Hello, this is Monica Gomez, and I had just received this Nepal's living child goddess from Sahar Sand and from BBC Our World, and I put a exclamation mark with a smiley face, a parentheses symbol, and I made a smiley face, but there are things that I was thinking about, and I'm going to let you in on it right now with this child goddess idea creation. So I watched the video and everything like that, and this is my comment. I wrote, AQ, they're in the right direction of being a female goddess, yet I truly believe that children shouldn't be allowed to play these goddess roles, not until they've reached their 20s and age. They should be allowed to be a goddess in training throughout their lives. And once these young female children grow up and have received enough education, they can slowly convert to real Mother Superior goddess. Everything else that an old man said just sounded whack. Because there was this old man talking on the video, and if he was the actual designer of this creative idea or whatever, sick pervert, I don't know, most old men are. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading. So it says here that I wrote, sounds like old perverted activism manipulation to target a strategy towards these young, impoverished, uneducated kids through money, corruption, in light of a real goddess role. Did you hear that old man say that kid had to be beautiful, flawless, and all else? I'll put a question mark on that one right now. And kids shouldn't worry about all that. It says old males most likely came up with this horrible idea to stop kids from educating themselves out of their own jealousy. And it's a different way to suppress females to listen to what older males have to say or act. To suppress females to listen to what older males have to say or act. Yeah, this is just another creative old male idea to manipulate young females because of their jealousy. And for example, once you receive your period, you are no longer a true goddess. You are no longer innocent, and so you must leave the goddess way of life. I mean, that's really stupid. I mean, who thinks about stuff like this other than a male suppressor? And who's teaching these young girls, seriously, how to hate themselves after they receive their period? It's in our natural right as a training goddess to grow up throughout our lives to experience that, because it's in our mother. Dumb nitwit. These are my responses. And then, now I'm going to continue reading. Raynamonaville Queen. Sounds like a bunch of BS belongs to me. Sounds like a bunch of balonga. And I don't know why I didn't write that in there, but I'll re-add it anyway. Mels had to organize this messed up idea, and did you all the older males that came to worship these little girls, did you know? Yeah, I was writing this and it skipped a lot of entry. And did you notice, what I meant to say is, did you notice in the video that all the older males came to worship these little girl altars? Seriously, how sick and perverted. I wouldn't want an old man pervert kissing my daughter's feet. That is perverted. Get the fuck away or I'm gonna smack you, you dumb asshole. You know what I mean? And I would be a very concerned parent, I put here, to allow creepy old male pedophiles. Who knows? I mean, these pedophiles come up with ideas and they want people to listen to them through money exchange, and knowing that these people are impoverished and they have no money and they're easily fooled to be manipulated after blackmailed, corruption, you name it. It all starts there. And then on top of it, it's and I put here, can be concerned parent to allow a creepy old, possibly pedophile, namely child molesters, to get that close to kids to kiss the feet of children. I mean, a child molester would be gratified, I would think, by being allowed to worship a kid by the kiss of their feet. I mean, that's horrible. Who would allow their kids to go through such a thing? And these old men, they would be like really happy. Wouldn't you think, if you allowed your kid to be kissed their feet by an old man? Ew, gross. Get your raunchy, ugly, pervert face out of my kid's feet, you damn fool, I would think. And then it says here, damn old perverts. They make me sick, and I can see how easy it can be to fool these innocent young female kids with no education and to exchange money at the time of their poor lives. And these types of old males have been known to create such perversions. And then I continued on. Any kid should... when I typed it in, it did a lot of misspell check. But anyway, I'm going to read it to you. I put, anyway, any kid should be, regardless, be treated with respect and humble, humane love from their closest relatives. And even so, become wary of such relatives around these kids because they don't even begin to know. They think these kids are so innocent-minded. They think even their parents wouldn't deceive them. But lo and behold, you got to be careful even with your parents. That's what I was referring to when I said you have to be careful even with your closest relatives. Because they can be child molesters too. You know what I mean? You have to be careful with everything in this world. Nothing is so fancy and free. And then this right here is another thing I wrote. If these people are so concerned, about kids' prosperity, then they should make donation jars in front of these kids' houses for every kid around. I mean, if they're that concerned, put donation jars with these kids' names on it and leave it in front of their house so everybody can stop and leave some money. You know what I mean? And adults should allow kids to associate themselves with other kids and let them live their lives as kids, slowly educating a conversion to a goddess. And I had put real goddess. If they choose to convert to such a real goddess. Yeah, if the female doesn't want to be a goddess, she has the right to choose so. That's her given right. But after, as soon as she turns 20, she can choose if she wants to be a real educated goddess or not. Because after that, she should have enough education to go around and instead of it's not being called innocent as much as it is stupid. I mean, these old males, they're sneaky perverts. They know. They have experience and education and everything, so they know exactly what the shell they're talking about. Because whenever they go after these young females, they go after the ones who don't know and have any knowledge and experience. So it's easier to manipulate their innocence, and that's what they're actually indirectly referring to when they comment about these innocent girls that are goddesses. They redirect and manipulate and sound like narcissists to me, I swear. And yeah, was my comments, and there's a lot of editing I'm going to do right now. But yeah, I had just posted this, and I had wrote the correct spelling and everything and sentence correction, but I will go back to grammar right now and recheck this. But yeah, this thing, I don't know what went on with the spell check or what, but it did mess up some of my grammar. And anyway, Sign Queen off, Matagab loves you. Raynamonaville member, Mama takes the Anna for miles. Teach my people to be smart vegans. Wherever Rayna so grey nuts for Matagov. For allow Queen us to be Matagovs ourselves. And for that Rayna much Raynat immatinavos, all women of citizen.